It was mid-morning on a quiet suburban street when my nurse arrived for her shift, parking her car in the designated area along the public road. The day had started normally until HOA Karen appeared, clipboard in hand, her face flushed with outrage. She stormed toward my nurse, yelling that she needed to move from her spot immediately. Her teenage son trailed behind, filming the spectacle with the giddy excitement of someone anticipating viral fame. "You can't park here," Karen shouted. "That spot is mine. You will move immediately or face fines." I stepped forward, keeping calm, and said firmly, "Karen, this is a public road, and parking here is fully legal. Your claims are baseless, and any interference with lawful parking constitutes harassment." Her son muttered nervously, "Mom, maybe we shouldn't—" "Quiet," she snapped. "Rules are rules. You'll pay for this." Lisa appeared beside me, radiating authority as always. "Ma'am, repeated harassment of lawful occupants and attempts to assert control over public property is illegal. Step back immediately or law enforcement will intervene." Karen ignored her entirely, stomping closer and waving her clipboard dramatically. "I run this neighborhood. That spot is mine." I stayed calm, knowing Karen thrived on theatrics and escalation. "Karen, your authority does not extend to public property. Your actions are harassment and could lead to arrest if you continue." Her son muttered again, embarrassed, "Mom, I think we're in trouble." Karen's face turned red with fury, but I was prepared. I calmly called the local authorities, explaining the situation and providing documentation that the road was public and that the nurse's parking was lawful. Within minutes, police officers arrived. Karen attempted to shout over them, claiming HOA rules, and "everyone agrees with me." The officers listened patiently to her complaints, then walked her through the law. Public roads are open to legal parking, and her attempts to force someone out constituted harassment. They made it clear that any further interference could result in legal consequences, including fines or arrest. Karen stomped her feet, gesturing wildly, but the officers remained calm. "Ma'am, you are creating a public disturbance. You need to leave, or you will be taken into custody." Her son groaned in embarrassment, muttering, "Mom, please." By mid-morning, Karen had retreated to her house, muttering threats about fines, rules, and HOA authority, while her son followed behind, silent and humiliated. Peace returned to the street, and my nurse could continue her work without fear of further harassment. Later that afternoon, I documented the encounter, including photos of the car legally parked and statements from witnesses. This ensured that any future complaints from Karen could be easily refuted. The neighbors quietly shared stories of her defeat, amused by how her theatrics consistently backfired when met with calm, lawful authority. By evening, the street was calm. The nurse's vehicle remained in place, and Karen's failed attempt to assert imaginary authority had become yet another neighborhood legend. The lesson was clear. Audacity may shout, but preparation, legality, and calm authority always prevail. Karen had once again been exposed and defeated, leaving the community confident that entitlement and theatrics hold no power over law and reason. The story quietly spread through the neighborhood, reinforcing the principle that calm, lawful action neutralizes harassment and entitlement. Karen's public meltdown became a cautionary tale. No matter how loud or insistent, imagined authority cannot override legal rights and proper preparation. The neighborhood celebrated quietly, satisfied that reason and law had triumphed once again.